Good evening, Comet fans, and welcome back to the Cometplex. Another hot and humid night here on the softball diamond, as your Comets are going to play host to Cascade this evening. Our normal starting lineup's going to be going on. We got our graphic, so I'm going to see if Rance. I got a little help here tonight. I'm going to see if Rance can put us up on the screen here. So, typical starting lineup. If anybody's been a regular viewer. Same batting order, same lineup. Bryn Cassidy's going to start it off. Sully Hall, second batter, center field. Pearson Hall, shortstop, batting third. Kylie Collins, third base, batting fourth. Mallory is on the mound. Addie Bell playing second. Kylie Doffeld in right. Michaela Escobedo at first. And Jay Bird behind the plate. That has meant a lot of runs most games this season. Comets undefeated in conference play, playing non-conference Cascade this evening. For Cascade, their batting order will be Ella Nauman, Emma Frake, Addison Frake, Kate Green, Ashlyn Shokmal, Josie Monarnock, Ava Lawler, Kennedy Simon, Jada Noonan, and Lydia Rolls. All right, we're going to turn it over to Norm for our starting lineups.
And the West Liberty Comets. Starting lineups first for the Cougars. Behind the plate, number 6, Ella Nauman. In left field, number 11, Emma Frake. At shortstop, number 12, Addison Frake. Pitching, number 2, Kate Green. At third base, number 15, Ashlyn Shockamel. Designated player tonight, number 28, Josie Monarnock. In right field, number 13, Ava Lawler. Out in center field, number 9, Kennedy Simon. At second base, number 22, Jada Noonan. And on first base, number 3, Lydia Rawls. For your Comets, on left field, number 3, Bryn Cassidy. In center field, number 8, Sully Hall. At shortstop, number 25, senior Pearson Hall. At third base, number 1, Kylie Collins. Pitching tonight for the Comets, number 4, Mallory Wolf. At second base, number 22, senior Addie Bell. In right field, number 9, Kylie Doffeld. At first base, number 7, Mika Escobedo. And catching, number 28, Jaylene Gibby. If you would please rise for the playing of our national anthem.
All right, folks. We're about to get underway here. We are trying out a new toy for the Comet Activities Network. Joined in the crow's nest tonight, besides the lovely and talented Norm and the lovely and talented Toby, we'll include you in that. We've got Brian Rance, who will be running the scoreboard, as well as switching from our main camera view to our second camera view. Camera 1, camera 2. There's camera 2. So we're going to add a little bit of wrinkle to this. So we wanted to make it a little more realistic for everybody. So no baseball tonight. Allowed us the opportunity to set up the camera in the outfield so that we could actually see the pitch. And then we'll be able to switch back and forth. So pretty excited about this. So give us a little bit of a little grace as we work through this. Tonight and all season long, West Liberty Comet Softball is sponsored by Iowa City Orthodontics. At Iowa City Orthodontics, our goal is to provide the highest quality treatment orthodontics has to offer, while truly keeping the patient's needs and desires in mind. We realize every person is different, and we will do our very best to tailor what we do to each person's wants and needs. Contact our Iowa City office at 319-338-7931 or our Muscatine office at 563-263-1000. Thank you, Iowa City Orthodontics, for your continued support of West Liberty High School girls softball. Common Activities Network sponsors Robertson Real Estate, Brad Akers, South 6 Trucking, Iowa City Orthodontics, Wheelie Chevrolet, West Liberty Athletic Booster Club, West Liberty State Bank, Feldman Performance Gym, C.A. Jones Trucking, West Liberty Golf and Country Club, Active Health, Collins Concrete, Blaze Fitness, Iowa City Tire, and DHG Construction. So we got Nauman up to bat. Be down low for a ball. Mallory really has been pitching very well. If you've been a regular watcher, gets a lot of ground balls, a lot of fly balls. Doesn't give up a lot of hits typically. Here's the pitch. That one's going to catch that inside corner. Nope, going to be called a ball. Look good from up here. Might take a minute to get used to the strike zone this evening. Mallory gets to the mound. Checks her signal. Sets. Rocks. Fires. That one's going to get hit hard over to Collins. Collins fields it cleanly over to Escobedo for the first out of the inning. Again, just like we were talking about, Mallory with the ground balls. If you're just tuning in also, it's just Ace, not the Ace and Gary show tonight. Travis was not joining us. But we might have a guest color commentator a little bit later. We have to just make sure that she's prepared for her role that she doesn't know anything about yet. Frank up to bat. Frake up to bat. Emma Frake, Addison Frake's sister, right behind her. 1 ball, no strikes. 1 away here in the top of the first. Mallory sets, delivers. That one's going to get upstairs. Lost the delivery point on that one, so 2-0 on Frake. The sun is beating down in here. It is warm. Wolf gets her pitch, double checks the sign she's getting. Sets. And the delivery. That one's going to be on that outside corner. Going to miss for ball number 3. We did get a donation of a portable air conditioner unit from a potential sponsor. It hasn't paid off yet, but I think if we would have had it a little earlier, we'd probably be a lot better. 3 balls, no strikes, 1 away. Here's the pitch. That's going to draw the walk.
I'm afraid we'll draw the walk. How about it? Number 12, Addison Frake.
Addison Frake now up to bat. She's the 3rd hitter. One out, 1 on. Wolf sets in. Defense is looking eager. They're looking ready out there. Here's the pitch. That one's going to be low. Just missing our spots here. Or the umpire just doesn't agree. It could be a combination of both. If you're tuning in, let us know. I know we started the broadcast a little bit early, but it's hot. They want to get these girls out of here. Here's the pitch. That one's going to miss inside and low as well. 2 balls, no strikes. Let's get something down the right side here. Maybe hit into a double play. We'll be all right with that. That one's going to get hammered down the line. That's going to be foul. It just gets past Kylie Collins. A less experienced player might have tried to reach out and grab that one, but the veteran Collins just lets it get by her, so it goes foul. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 away. Top of the first. No score. Wolf delivers. It's going to miss again on the inside. 3-1. Need to just settle down here, Mal, and hit your spots. I'd like for something out on the outside half. I see Jaylene's going to scooch out there. Going to give her a strikeout pitch to get her to swing at something. Here's the pitch. Right down the middle. That's also going to be chopped foul. Worked it into a full count. So good job, Mallory, for sticking with it. Good job for the batter for seeing another pitch. Decent crowd here tonight. See the whole Kivy family's out there. Here's the pitch. That one's going to be fair over to Collins. That's going to go over to second. She's going to miss. Overthrow, not playable ball for Addie. That's going to go all the way out to right field. 1 run will score for Cascade. Frakes scores, and Frakes on second. 1-0 Cougars. Right idea from Collins. It was a hard hit ball. Probably had the ability to make that play. Not quite sure we were in the right position to receive that throw. Might not have been ready for that one. Kate Green will be pitching tonight. That's going to be in there for a strike. Good job, Mallory. Way to come back. She's got a runner on second, 1 run in, 1 out. Oh, great pitch. She had her way out in front of that one. Like Travis says, swung on Monday for a pitch on Thursday. She was way out ahead of that one. Devastating changeup for Mallory. Miles gets the signal. Double checks the signal. Rocks, fires. Ooh, that one's going to be inside. Just got away from her. Not what she wanted. Good stop by Kivy behind the plate. Stop me if you've heard that before. Left side of that infield's looking eager. That one's going to get hammered right down to Pearson. She backhands that, throws all the way across. Not going to be in time. Break is going to advance to third. So Green reaches on fielder's choice that didn't get made.
Number 15.
Good hard hit ball over to Collins. She missed it. Pearson tried to backhand it deep at shortstop. Tough throw across the field. So we still got 1 in. Runners on the corners for the Cougars. That one's going to be inside, high. Green's going to take second base easy. Chocomel up to bat for the Cougars. Here's the pitch from Wolf. That's going to be right in there for a strike. Evens accounted 1-1. Still only 1 out here in the top of the first. Runners in scoring position for Cascade. Time for that defense to come alive and do some work. Wolf delivers. That one's going to get hit hard. It's going to be lifted out of play. Foul ball. 2 strikes on Chocomel. Still Wind's blowing in as it has been for the last 2 weeks. Oh, that's going to be she went on that one. Nope. Not going to get the call. Didn't go. Okay, look like she probably went on that one, so. Infield umpire says no. We won't ask our crow's nest umpire. Here's the pitch. Fouled back off Kivi's helmet. Hope she's all right. She might need just a minute. Umpire's making sure she's okay. All right, here we go. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. It is getting a little cooler in here. Not much, but a little bit. Air conditioner helping. That one's going to get hammered right to Pearson, who catches it out of the air. Trying to make the play over at third base.
I'll bring up number 28. Josie Monternock.
Monternock up to bat. 2 away. Runners on the corners. It'd be a good night if the Comets can get out of here, only giving up 1. That one's foul tip back into Kivi's glove. Going to be a strike. Jaybird is a rock back there. Wolf sets, delivers. That's going to catch that inside corner. That's going to be strike 2. Great pitch from Mallory. Froze her. Mallory loves to work those corners. I look for her strikeout pitch here, but haven't had a chance to throw it, so that means outside. Scouting report is out there. That one is definitely outside. That was her strikeout pitch, but again, you can't get this deep in the season and not have a scouting report out about what you try to throw for a third strike. Hasn't been working the last few games, so probably have to come up with something a little bit different. Jay sets up, middle of the plate. That one gets hit hard, but back and foul out of play. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 away. This is a situation where you need your veteran pitcher to win this. Be nice to put up a K here for Mallory. Oh, she got her with the changeup. Excellent pitch. Great selection. That's your new strikeout pitch right there, Mallory. That's going to get herself a K up on the board. Nice job. Well, a lot of runners on. Only 1 made it in. 1 hit, 1 run, 1 walk for Mallory. So not a bad job. Again, that's where you want your veteran to come out of there with a win, and she did. That's going to be a big confidence booster for her as the game continues, but as we round out the season as well. Speaking of rounding out the season, we got one more game, conference game this week against West Branch tomorrow at West Branch. And then next week, Monday at Durant, and Tuesday against Durant at home. Both Durant and West Liberty are undefeated in conference play, assuming Durant beats Wilton tonight and that West Liberty takes care of business tomorrow in West Branch. That means Monday and Tuesday are for the conference championship. I think you're going to have to win both convincingly. Correct me if I'm wrong, Toby, but did you say that Cascade did beat Durant? Cascade beat Durant earlier this season? They have not played. Okay. You all right? Need to take an AC break? Need to take an AC break? All right. Bryn Cassidy up to bat for your Comets. Not a better leadoff hitter in the conference. So we're trying out the new camera angle from the outfield so that we can see, kind of similar to a professional broadcast, college softball, college baseball, Major League Baseball, where you see the pitcher and the catcher until the pitch happens, and then we switch back. So, ooh, it's going to be inside to Sully Hall. Hope that answers your question, Amy. I didn't even get to see your kids at bat. I'm sorry. Sully Hall up to bat. 1 ball, no strikes. 1 away here in the bottom of the first. That one's going to catch the outside corner. Going to be called strike. She's definitely bringing some heat, Kate Green is. Typically, that's when the Comets are at their best. So we'll see how that goes. That one's going to get hit in off the hands, right to second base. Basket catch. It's going to be 2 away.
Now batting for the Comets, number 25.
Pearson Hall up to bat. I wouldn't be shocked if they said, just go ahead and take first base, young lady. I don't think they want to pitch to her, but who knows? They did. She's going to hit that one out off the butt of the bat. Nobody's covering first base, so that's going to be an infield hit for the power hitter. It's going to bring up Kylie Collins. 2 out, Cardiac Comets with a runner on. Stop me if you have heard that before. Collins steps up. Green delivers. That one's a great pitch. Collins just missed it. Green gets her signal. Sets, fires. Ooh, that's really inside. Almost hit Kylie. Got a bird flying dangerously close to the crow's nest here. 1-1 pitch. That was a changeup. That's going to fall off the face of the earth. It's going to be low for ball 2. Good pitch. Good pitch selection there, but Collins was ready for it. Not fooled. Here's the pitch. That one's going to be lifted. Foul out of play. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 away here for the Comets in the bottom of the first. Here's the pitch from Green. That's going to just miss that inside corner. Ladies and gentlemen, Gary.
I can't hear.
You can't hear?
No, I'm muted.
Oh, we muted your microphone. That's why. That one's hammered. That's going to get through. That's going to get Collins over to first base. Pearson's going to stay on
She's on second.
third, and Collins trucks it all the way to second base.
Heads up running there.
Cardiac Comets. 2 outs. Down by 1.
Comeback Comets here, looks like.
Mal gave up 1 hit, 1 walk, 1 strikeout. They had runners on second and third and worked their way out of it.
Where is our second camera? I'm looking for it here.
Second camera's out in the
There it
outfield.
is. I see it now. Who's our talented young lady out there running?
There's the pitch. That's going to be outside to Wolf. What's her name, Brian? Jimena? Jimena is our student volunteer on the yearbook group that is taking care of our second camera out in the outfield. Here's the pitch from Green. Fouled back out of play.
Good cut.
You good? Okay. Nice shirt.
Thanks. I got it from a pretty good guy.
Green sets in. She delivers. Ooh, that one almost takes her out. Gets away from the catcher, but
Heads up there by Pearson. She spotted the ball and saw that it was going to be caught and got back quickly.
you missed Pearson Power had an infield hit.
Really?
Yeah, no man's
swing
land between pitcher, shortstop, or pitcher, second base, and first base. Nobody was covering.
Oh, just a straight pop up?
2 balls, 1 strike. That one's going to get fouled off the hands, back into the dugout.
That one was a ball inside, I think. It's all right, though. I like Wolf swinging here.
Yeah, we just got to get the ball in
Outs.
play.
Yeah, just get the ball in play here.
I mean, we'll take a walk. Don't get me wrong, but we need to get the ball in
drive.
play.
Hard line drive back up the middle.
Here's the pitch from Green. That one's fouled back out of play. Mallory's just getting underneath it.
She was right on it.
Yeah, she's got the timing down. So Green has a devastating changeup. Very similar to Mallory. Mallory strikeout pitch was a changeup. That one is just that. Falls off the face of the earth. Out ahead of it.
So who are the Cougars? I missed that.
They're from Cascade. Cascadia.
Okay.
Cascadia.
Cascade.
Cascade. They are ranked number 7 in 2A, Travis. So this is good competition.
Okay. All right. Well,
For your undefeated in conference Comets. Number 4 in 3A Comets.
all right.
Is that an updated standings?
I tell you
Have
what,
to
as
be.
I was walking in, I noticed the young and talented Kylie Dawfelt getting some pitches in the in the cage over here. So I don't know if we're just getting some side work in, or if we are thinking about. It's like the first inning didn't go quite the way the Comets wanted to, so I don't know if they're just getting Kylie ready just in case. But I do see her out there in right field. Looks like so.
I mean, it's possible. It's hot out there, so you're going to have to be ready to go at a moment's notice. But Mallory didn't pitch bad.
No.
Again, one walk,
Okay.
1 hit, 1 strikeout.
Okay. Yeah. That's just good manufacturing by the Cougars there. Then.
Took advantage of it. But they stranded runners on second and third. Great defense. There were some hard hit balls that were just not able to make plays on. Deep to shortstop. Pearson, tough throw across the field. Barely missed.
Well, I'm glad to hear the Comets started out well. Hopefully, I bring some good luck with us here. As I get here late, I apologize for
It's all right. We started early.
tardiness.
We started early.
Well,
We went on the air at like 6:42. So again, folks, if you're watching at home, let us know how you feel about the new camera angles, the multi-angle
are we
view.
which one are we going with for the pitches? Are we going with the outside?
We got
camera,
Jimena for the pitches.
or- I like that. That's classic. I like the outfield look. Ooh, that must have been down.
We are switching between cameras. Are we not? Okay. Just making sure.
All right, Mal. 2-0. Got to come back to her here.
Checking our fans.
This
Brad
is-
Akers checking in.
One of our points of emphasis here is don't fall behind a hitter 3-0 now. That's not what I want to see Mallory do. So take a breath. Yep. Grab some chalk. Coach begging for something here or what?
What was that, Norm?
The coach is saying it hit her.
Oh, it's saying that it hit the batter. The batter didn't say it hit the batter.
No. But the coach.
The umpire said it didn't hit the batter.
Yeah, typically speaking, the hitter would be the one that would be
Yeah.
appealing for that, wouldn't they?
I mean,
Or being like, hey, coach, I
hey,
got me.
yeah, that hit me. That one's going to be up in the zone.
That should
Great
be
pitch,
That
strike.
should be strike one there.
Especially
After you tried to get a fake hit by a pitch.
that was delivered with some force.
Yeah, Malt's got some fastball on that one. So wind blowing slightly in from left field.
Yeah,
Not-
it really hasn't
not-
changed for the last 2 weeks. Here's the
Check it
pitch. That one's going to be in off the hands. Collins fields it over to Escobedo. That's going to be one away.
I'm a fan of just throw it where they're going to hit it. Let them hit it and let them put it back in play. Let your defense work for you here if you're Mallory.
That's been her MO all season long. Just let them hit.
Got an excellent all-conference defense here, so let's utilize those talents in the infield and outfield.
Al sets, delivers. That one's
She's trying to place it.
just carried that one just a little bit.
Yeah, trying to place it. She's trying to be cute with the corners. Like to see her just throw.
Yeah. Don't aim, just throw. Let your talent take over.
Yeah, trust your stuff. Just send it.
1 ball, 1 strike.
I will tell you, though, as a 41-year-old man, self-confidence is still something that's a struggle every day. So it's hard to imagine being a 17, 18-year-old girl pitching and having the confidence to just be like, yep, this is what I got. Hit it.
Here's the pitch from Wolf. That's going to be fouled back
Lifted.
just out of play. Almost Norm
Almost got
almost
Norm.
made the play.
If he'd have gone go gadget arm, he'd have had that one.
If Norm was 3 inches taller, he had that. He is looking right.
If he had his bubble braids,
We can't
he
add
probably
that to
could
the
have snatched
GoFundMe.
it up.
That's straight up bubble braids. He would have used his bubble braids to lasso that in.
Bury some bubble gum in his bubble braids.
That's
and
going to
he'd have
just
caught
get
that.
away.
All right, 2-2 count now.
Simon
heard here.
almost swung at that one, so. Good pitch from Wolf.
Pearson checking on our outfield. Bryn's out there. Board is over. No TikTok dances yet from the Brinster, but they're coming.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 away. That one's going to be in off the hands. Kevy. Oh, what a great catch.
Athletic
What a
catch.
great catch by Jaylene Kivy. Excellent play. 28.
Kid's just an athlete. Just an athlete. Lost the ball in the air. Sun right there. No hill for a climber.
Beautiful
Converts the
play.
out. And more importantly, out number 2.
Exactly.
I got this new brace on. I don't know if I like it or if I hate it. I think I'm going to hate it. But I'm going to hate it so much that I like it.
Here's the pitch from Wolf.
Ooh, touch up.
Are we stuck on camera 2? Are we switching back and forth between? Okay, I'm just making sure. I'm getting comments that they like the other view. Here's the pitch. That's going to be just upstairs, just missed. Ooh.
Our fans are enjoying the outfield view better.
Well, they either didn't missed the intro or didn't hear.
Ah, okay. All right.
So they're complete. The issue is if there's a play,
Yeah,
they
want
can't
this.
they can't see it.
Yeah, they want this.
They can
view.
only see the pitch.
Yeah.
So if the ball's hit, there's
Yeah, we got to change to the
yeah.
other view quickly,
Yeah.
which is not exactly
That's going to be in there for a strike. Nice pitch,
not
Mallory.
exactly easy to do. As the multi-talented Brian Rance,
Well,
if anyone can handle the pressure and the stress of it,
but he's running the scoreboard, which takes a computer screen and trying to watch. So we're working the bugs out here, folks. That's going to be in there for a strike
like
too.
that
Great pitch, Mallory.
2-1 pitch, get a strike on the inside corner.
Watch the changeup here.
You think changeup?
Well, they called the outside pitch, which has been her strikeout pitch, but the scouting report, they know it. That's going to get
Fisted.
back to Mallory. Easy
And
play
corn.
over to Escobedo for the 3rd out.
It's a good sign when the first base coach is already walking towards the dugout as the ball is hit.
That's a confident coach
Yeah,
there.
confident coach.
Confident
no,
coach.
she's like, yeah, she's not getting down here.
She's done her homework. But no, the coaches were calling out when we had a 3rd strike opportunity that watched the outside corner before Jay even set up. So the scouting report's out there. We talked about it.
Well, and I mean that's the one thing about this in today's day and age. It's not hard to get information on teams between the huddle cams and the broadcast booths and the different options here. So,
But nobody does it as good as we do.
I tell you what, we might have pointed out to one alumni / parent / coach from West Branch about how much better we are than
Yes.
they are
Well,
when it comes to the broadcasting side of things.
a lot of things.
Yeah, I mean, we're not going to limit it to just broadcasting.
But that was at the top of the list.
Yes. Well, and it started with him inviting himself to be a part of our broadcast, and that not going to be.
Here's the pitch to Bell. That's going to be in on the
Good
strike.
pitch. Good pitch right there.
A little up in the zone,
Well, it was,
but it was right on the corner.
yeah, it definitely
He
hit
likes
the
that
corner
corner.
that he likes. So, consistency. I'll give him the credit for that.
Here's the pitch from Green. Ooh, that one gets away from her just a little bit. She's going to take off the face mask and adjust.
That view is. I'm looking at the view over Rance's shoulder. I am a fan. I am a.
You know what?
fan.
You know what makes me even.
Oh,
Oh, that
rip.
one's hit down the line, but it's going to be foul. You can see us.
Oh, I don't like that.
Oh, I like that. You can see us in here.
That's bad.
You can see Toby.
You're going to see
You
my
can
beer
see
belly.
Norm. You can wave, Norm. There, everybody. Look, there's Toby, Norm. That's the battery,
As
as
long as
we've
there's-
come to know it.
As long as there's not
1 ball, 2 strikes to Bell.
no video of the icicle van.
That's going to be
That's a
outside.
good
That was a
pitch.
great pitch.
I honestly think that she's set up too far out because that was a strike.
Well, if you look where Blue's set up.
That was
Where Blue's set up.
Blue is on the inside.
He's on the
corner.
inside, so he's going to call that one.
And that's going to look outside as well, and that's catching corner.
She's trying something new out there. That is the second pitch in a row with that delivery, and that's the first time I've seen that tonight.
Oh,
Wow. That had some heat
yeah,
on
it
it.
did. She brought the smoke up and out, or up and in. Well, chin music on Bell there, and she says, "I'll take first."
Red hot freshman Kylie Doffelt up to bat. Let's see if that continues. Let's hope that continues. I heard her parents are back in Iowa, so
Oh, they're here?
I don't know if they're here, but they're back in Iowa. Chloe confirmed that they were not in Florida anymore, so we'll see if Kylie hits with them here. That one's going to be hit hard, but it's going to be foul back towards the concession stand.
Since you're not moving this camera, I'm going to
Well,
move it.
I don't even know if we're on the camera.
Well, that's fine.
so-
I'm going to move it regardless because if it is on it, I want to make sure we're getting the view of it.
All right,
so-
you do that.
Yeah, hey, I can do this and talk.
Here's the pitch, the Doffelt. That one's going to be up in the zone. It was pointed out that, yes, you can do that and talk, but chewing bubble gum and talking is a bit outside of your...
Sometimes I get a little bit rammy.
Here's the pitch. That one's hit hard. That's going to be in there for a fair
That was
ball.
fair.
That's going to get Bell to score if she's on her horse. Doffelt is... Nope, she's going to hold it up at third. That's a shame. We should have had that run in there.
Yeah.
Doffelt hit the heck out of that ball down the line.
That's got to be...
You got to score on that.
Yes. I think it was an infield. Actually, it bounced out, so it's a ground
Rule double.
So that ball skips out. So that's not on Bell. That's on the ground rules. So an unlucky bounce in the corner there, and that will keep her at third. The
Again,
good news, though.
You can see it. I can't.
Sorry, Brian. You want to get me out from behind that stuff? Appreciate you, sir. You put me wherever you want me.
Whoa. Freshman Escobedo up to bat, who has been hitting the ball well as of late, reaches out for a bunt. That's going to be a called strike.
I do like the squeeze bunt here, though, especially if Bell gets a good read on it and can get down the line. Or at least get him thinking about it and then maybe pull that bunt back and rip one down the left side here.
They're playing bunt position, so Escobedo fires that one back. That's
All
going
right,
to be no balls, two
It's all right.
strikes,
Hang tough here, Mika.
no outs.
Yeah, first two batters both reached walk and a double. So third at bat of the inning here. Comets threatening.
Here's the pitch from Green. That's going to catch that corner.
Looking pitch.
That was a good pitch.
I am really glad he doesn't like that
Yeah,
outside corner.
that
I mean,
was
it doesn't help out for Mallory.
No, it doesn't.
But it
that,
helps out for right now because she is painting.
That was a good
That
pitch.
outside corner.
And she can throw. Here's the pitch. Oh, got the changeup swinging.
Bugs Bunny. All right. So now here's the question. Do you try to scoot up in the box on changeup counts and hope that she doesn't pick up on it? Or
He threw two of them in a row earlier, so you just don't know. She's working on it out
she's
there.
not just change up into strikeout.
Oh,
good
man,
foul.
she brings that.
Yeah, she's got some good velocity change here for this young lady.
Yes,
And, yep, that's what it is. She's rocking the bubble braids.
Yep.
I just recognized it.
That's 100% right.
She is Norm's Bubble Braid School of
Bubble braids.
Bubble Braiding.
So she is a senior. And that one's going to be hit
Did
high right to shortstop. Addie's
no
not going to have
chance
chance
to score
to tag up.
so now it's up to Bryn Cassidy.
Top of the order. If there's anybody you want up right now, well, beside Pearson Hall, it's Bryn Cassidy. Let's go, BC. Two outs.
Have
Here
a
come your
lot
cardiac
of
comments.
Text messages right now. I've got one text message saying they love the outfield camera, so that's awesome.
I'm not loving the air conditioner. It's not doing its job, though.
Well, it's better than it was.
It's true. One ball, no strikes. That's going to be a swinging strike. She caught her chasing that outside.
Well, that outside corner, that is a strike. He's just not calling it a strike, which, I mean, we got to learn that he's not calling that, so don't swing at it.
She thought better of it halfway through. Here's that pitch. That's going to get hit hard down the line. That's going to be a tough play. That's going to score Bell. That's going to get away.
We're scoring 2
We
here.
got 2 in. Kylie Doffeld heads up base running. Comets take the lead with 2 outs on an infield hit from Bryn Cassidy.
And that was a hit all the way. That's not going to be ruled an error because she had to go backhand, got leather on it, but couldn't pick it clean. And even if she picked it clean, that's a bang-bang play because Cassidy's speed out of the box.
That brings up Sully Hall. Here's the pitch. That's going to catch that outside corner.
Does, yes.
I'm digging where he sets up. So he's very consistent.
Yep. And I'm okay with that. I like the consistency. I will not complain about a consistent zone.
Here's the pitch to Hall. She lays down a great bunt. That's going to be a tough play. No one home at first base. That's going to get Cassidy over to second. Sully is going to take first base easy. And that brings up Pearson Hall.
All right. Time for some Pearson power here. 2-0 or 2-1 Comet lead now. And with 2 outs, this is the time that you want the Pearson power at the plate.
I think we just got a big smile from Pearson hearing about Pearson power.
Well, if she didn't smile.
Meeting on the mound, I think they're talking about strategy, how to deal with P.
Well,
no one's figured it out yet.
Well, that's not true. That's not true. They figured it out the other night. They walked her.
Her first at bat, and then they had bases open, and they pitched to her.
That doesn't make
Here's the pitch.
They figure she's gonna do less damage.
They aren't going to give her anything to hit, and if she makes a mistake, Pearson will make them pay. 2 outs.
And this is where the senior has to be patient and confident.
Here's that pitch. That one does get away from her.
Look at the lead out there. Cassidy is a third of the way down on that lead.
Well, that almost got away from her too. So she saw that coming out of her hand.
She was dreaming of third base right there. Although you get a double steal here, I think it all but guarantees Pearson's getting walked. Which that's fine. Bring Kylie up. We're good with that.
Yep.
There's ball 3 outside.
They're not going to give her anything to hit.
Well, and again, I mean,
I don't blame you. I mean, I wouldn't pitch to her. I'd just tell the umpire, just put her on first.
Well, and we were just having that thought go through my mind there of if you're not going to throw her pitches, you may as well just save the risk of having a wild one come out of your hand because, I mean, she's not going to get herself out. So
no.
So Collins now. You're the one. You're the one.
1-1-1. Collins up. 2 outs. Bases loaded. That one's going to get hit. That's just going to be tough play, but made just in foul territory. Comets strand 3, score 2, take the lead 2-1 in the bottom of the second.
Kylie disappointed herself there.
She is just a little bit.
Got a little off.
She's a little excited. A little excited there.
Well, I mean, bases juice, 2 outs, chance to be a big crooked number, but the Comets do score 2. So.
Oh, we have the live chat going? Is that what I heard?
Yep.
There's live chat, so you can tell us on the live chat?
On YouTube? That's exciting. I might have to log into YouTube so I can chat with anyone who's live chatting. How do I chat here?
It's on the YouTube.
He did. All right, Neeland, I appreciate that.
I'm getting a request on the pitcher's view to have Jimena zoom out just a little bit so they can see just a little bit more of the field. Probably a little bit of the infield if they can. I think really what it was a request to see more of us on the outfield.
Negative. That is not what they're asking for.
More Toby.
I am hiding in the shadows. I'm just glad Toby's got his toe bees in the inside tonight. We don't need those toe bees hanging over the walls.
All right, back to the top of the lineup for the Cougars. Ella Nauman up to bat.
Nom, 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 nomin.
Here's the pitch. That one's
Rip.
hit hard, but it's going to go foul down the third base line. She
works. It's a long
jumped
strike.
out on that one.
Long strike. She's ahead on the fastball. So now do you change up here and really get her ahead of it?
I think you try to bring something inside.
Well, she's actually moved up in the zone. So she's put herself up there where changeup is a little easier to handle. So maybe go back gas.
Here's the pitch.
It
Yep,
is
there
gas,
it is
and
on
it's
the inside
corner. T-Rike 2.
No balls, 2 strikes to Nauman.
Fun fact.
The Halls are tuning in from Olwine. Favorite fans.
Favorite fans. The batting average drops significantly with an 0-2 count.
Oh, she chopped it, that one.
Yeah, that was ball one.
That was definitely ball one.
But good hand-eye coordination to fight it off and get down there. I don't think Brian Rance is feeling any of the AC that we are trying to pipe in here.
Are you
We need
feeling any
longer
of the
pipes.
AC? We do
No.
need longer pipes.
No, I'm not feeling any of it, but it does feel less humid back here in the
Yeah.
shade.
It's just a big humidifier, dehumidifier at this point.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it was a good effort.
I tried. They tried.
Yep.
We'll do better next time.
Well, we'll continue to work. Work.
No balls, 2 strikes, no outs here in the top of the third. That's going to be ball one.
Yeah, that's a typical waste pitch there for Mal, trying to get her to chase another one.
My shirt is 3 shades of blue right now.
Oh, that was me changing a tire today at lunchtime.
That's true.
I was sweaty. Very, very sweaty.
Here's the pitch. That one's going to get fouled off. Now, I think they're expecting changeup.
Well, if
This
they're-
is where you
if
go
they're
back.
thinking expecting changeup, then you change the changeup with a changeup.
No.
Or
no,
do you
that's,
change up the
no,
fastball with the
no,
fastball?
You go back to your outside strikeout pitch.
Nah, I don't like it. I don't like it. They've been talking about that all day. Plus, he's not calling the outside check. I like jam shot.
That one's going to be hit hard out to right field. Doffelt under it, makes the play. Doesn't have a problem with the transition this time on a fly ball. Gets it into Bell. 1 out.
Did we have a transition issue?
We had a transition issue earlier in the week.
Okay. Oh, earlier in the week. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
That was her first opportunity since then.
I need to go through the Comet Activity Network schedule and make sure that any and all broadcasts are listed on my calendar. On the off chance you talk me into doing something again.
Well, the next one up is the next one we're doing is Durant. Isn't Durant on
I
Tuesday?
think it's on Monday.
We're at Durant on Monday.
Mm,
Tuesday at home. Is that right? Or am I backwards?
no, you're right. Tuesday, Travis.
That one's going to be
broadcast
hit
at 7.
over the head of Escobedo. That's going to get out to the outfield. Doffelt
all right.
bare hands it, but
It's all right. 1 out.
Frake makes it on base for the second time.
1 out.
I was correct. Let's mark that on the calendar.
Yeah. Hey, there's
Andy
the first
is
time
correct.
for everything.
Monday is at Durant and Tuesday at home. Now, both teams are undefeated, assuming they make it through the week unscathed. Durant has Wilton tonight. We have West Branch tomorrow night. That is going to be some big, big softball next week. That one's going to catch that inside corner. No, he didn't call it. He didn't call it. That's 1 ball, no strikes. So I guess what I'm saying, folks, is if you're a regular listener and you live in the West Liberty community, or if you're the Hall grandparents living in Olwine, come down for Tuesday night's game. Let's pack this place
Yeah.
for these kids.
You can go home and watch the broadcast after.
That's what I do. That's what I do. But let's get as many people down here to the ballpark
that.
on Tuesday night as we can to support these girls. If you enjoy watching them on the broadcast, you'll enjoy watching them live. Yes, you don't have Travis and I making fun of each other.
You can probably still hear it from the stands.
You could sit right below us and probably, you know
Then
what?
you'll be on the outside camera.
You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna do a raffle
Oh boy.
for
We know
someone
there's
to
not enough room up
to
here.
someone to come into the crow's nest
No,
with us.
No, we are already 4 fat guys and 1 Rance.
Here's
and
the pitch.
There's a lot of moisture
Fouled
in
out of
here.
play. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out here for the Cougars in the top of the third. Mallory is battling. She is out there working. It's hot.
Sure is hot in these rhinos up here
Is that the second reference today?
today. Yes, I did one of those when I was in the back. I walked in and Dexter pointed out that my shirt was absolutely drenched. She goes, "You are a sweater." I said, "Yeah, buddy.
Here's the pitch.
I'm a real
That one's going to get hit
kid."
down to Pearson. Tough play across the field.
Got her.
Going to be in time.
Got her.
2 away for the Comets.
For out number 2.
But Frake makes it all the way over to second base again.
That runner
Now
doesn't matter right now.
Kate Green is up. She's the pitcher. She torched a ball earlier.
Okay, all right. So she's due to miss one, you're saying?
Or there's that. That's an option. Here's the pitch from Wolf.
The lovely and talented Kim Axum has just advised to me that Tuesday is senior night for the boys, and it may well be senior
I think
night
it's senior
for the
night for the girls as well. So
all the more reason
So
for
just
folks
like-
to
ju-
tune in after they come and
just
support
like what
live.
we did for the basketball team, we got to put something together, put it out in the West Liberty Voices Facebook. Let's get as many people out here as possible. That one's going to get fouled out of play. 1 ball, 1 strike.
I thought Mika might go gadget arms and lay out there, but didn't get a good jump.
She's
on
got a normal braid, not bubble braids. Bubble braids would
bubble
make
braids lays out.
Yeah, that's Norm. We know
need
that
to-
from
we need
him.
to teach Poke how to do bubble braids.
Okay.
Can you imagine Poke trying to do
Softball hair?
Mika's-
No.
Mika's softball hair?
1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs
I
to the
would
Cougars.
pay admission to watch that.
Here's the pitch. That's going to catch that inside corner. He's
Oh.
not going to give it the call. That's 2 balls, 1
I
strike.
liked it.
That looked great
I
from up
liked
here.
it, Mal. Good pitch. Good pitch. Come back now.
And I'll tell you what, Kate Green's thinking, man, I want that pitch
Woo.
when I'm out there too.
Yeah, Kate Green's going, oh, I got away with one there.
2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Runner on second for the Cougars. Here's the pitch. That one's going to get hit hard, but
Ow.
fouled back towards the batting cages.
So no harm, no foul. Strike 2 now.
Definitely a strong hitter. She's working the count.
Yeah. I like Bugs Bunny inside right here.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Bugs Bunny inside. Let's let her swing on Monday to a pitch delivered on Tuesday.
Here's the pitch. That one's going to just miss that
Yeah,
inside.
that one did get inside.
3 balls, 2 strikes. Full count here worked by the pitchers.
I'm looking over Rance's shoulder, and I do like that view. Plus, I like that I'm sitting back far enough in the shadows. You can't really see me in the
You
crow's
can't see
nest.
our sweat.
No, that's nice.
Here's
You
the
can
pitch.
see
That one's going to get hit hard, but it's right out to Sully. She's easily going to make that play. No blood. No score for the Cougars in the third. That brings up the Comets still leading 2-1, bottom of the third.
Yep, way to pitch around a good hitter, make her work, and then she lifts harmlessly. Well struck ball, but well in the field, so we'll take it. Do I see an assistant coach named Finley Hall here
Yeah,
tonight?
she was going to be my guest color commentator until, Gary showed up.
Well, hey, we can definitely move me out of here.
By the
If
way,
Finn wants to come up
I
and-
need to bring this up. During
Cover
the national
chops.
anthem,
Okay.
we had the perfect opportunity because standing just beyond the American flag, the beautiful flag while the anthem is playing, was Coach Troy Wolf.
Oh, did you use a double cam?
So we had with the netting here, it really messes with
Yeah,
the zoom in tight.
We do need to get some Rance, what do we got to do to get some Temu hallucinogenic or like see-through netting for the backstop?
But there was a silhouette out there. At my point
Yeah.
to the viewers, that was your Coach Troy
Picturesque.
cam.
The picturesque of the.
I mean, it was
silhouette.
like the flag was waving for him.
Well, I mean, yeah.
Mallory's got 1 strikeout, so there's 1 K on the board.
Woo!
It is warm.
Sure is hot in these. Yeah, I can't say it again.
Wolf is up to bat.
The Comets in 4, Mallory Wolf.
Wolf,
All right, I
Then-
like right back up the middle here if you're Mal. Just find something you can just drive
pop it.
right back up the middle.
pop it. There you go. Right, like Travis said, that's going to get down. Tough play for second base.
Lot
Makes it look
spin,
easy.
But she got the win. So
Addie
Good.
Bell coming up to bat.
good play there by the second baseman. She had to move to her right, and that ball was spinning enough. I was hoping it would just slip a touch in her sweaty hands, but her palms weren't as sweaty, and her knees were not weak.
And she was ready. That one's going to be in there for.
There was no lasagna
ball
for
one.
Mom's spaghetti.
Okay, we do not need
Vomit on her
no,
sweater
we
already.
do not need the Eminem songs. Like we get in trouble for that, Travis.
No.
Here's the pitch.
No one is going to confuse me.
That
for
one
Eminem.
gets away from her.
My flow is way too good to be confused as the Eminem.
You know that it is not. It is not good.
I am fantastic.
You,
Some call me
the gangster of love. No, that's me.
no.
Well, that's my dad,
No.
Steve
no.
Miller. Here's the pitch.
That's it.
That's going to catch that outside
Great
corner. That was a
strike.
great pitch. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 away. We can hear that, Travis.
Yeah, well, that was a little bit of exacerbation of I was
That's gonna be
wondering
up in
why
the
she
zone.
wasn't driving that ball to right field because it was looking luscious. I want to see Addie Bell jump on one here and rearrange its face.
There's another one
another
right on that
strike.
corner. 3 balls, 2 strikes. She worked the count full. Just not ready to pull the trigger on those, I don't think.
Well, that one was a touch further out than the last one, but he liked it.
Here's the delivery. That one's going to be up in the zone. Going to draw the walk for Bell. That
Yeah.
brings up Dinger Kylie Doffelt.
Felt like we were looking for a bit of a walk there.
Oh, I think from the first pitch we were looking
Yeah.
for a walk there.
Felt like we weren't really wanting to try
Not
to drive one.
now.
which-
This hitter here will.
Little kick.
She's gonna be
Kick's
looking.
going to put some power into it.
Oh.
She wanted to fire.
You know, I got to tell you this. So when she was in 8U, it's coach pitch. First pitch every single time. Be a perfect pitch. Wouldn't swing. Never. Every time. Never swung at the first
you always
pitch.
have
So
first and go to mom.
here's the first. Here's the second pitch.
Good frame job there by the catcher.
Gonna
who
be
was
1
set up
ball, 1
outside,
strike.
But caught it on the corner. That was every bit as strike
Yep.
as the 2 to Bell.
To Addie Bell for sure.
I love that.
Okay, gets her
outfield kick.
sign. Brings it in. Woo! Right over the head.
She's aiming for the bat there.
You know, if this were baseball, that might have cleared the benches.
A little sweet chin music there for the kicker. She's lucky.
2 and 1. That one's gonna miss low.
Let's
3
just
balls,
say
1
that
strike.
This young lady pitching's dad is lucky he's not in the stands because old BD,
Is
he ain't gonna like if someone goes inside on kicker.
Oh, he's gonna let her handle her own business. Trust me.
Well, she gonna stand on business.
What are you? Why are you talking like that?
What? Stand on business? That's the thing.
Here's the
My 8th
pitch.
grader told me.
That one's gonna get hit. She just got underneath that one. That one's gonna be an easy play to second base. Bell stuck on first.
I'm still in my Eminem vibe.
Escobedo up to bat. Can you switch?
No, I can't. Once it starts, you just can't stop it. It's just gotta let it. You gotta let it live. You gotta let it move.
Let it
Gotta
breathe.
a little bit.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm a peacock. You
Uh-huh.
gotta let me spread my wings on this.
2 outs. Escobedo up to bat. Here's the pitch. Going to be up in the zone. Ball 1.
All right, Mika, let's do some damage here. Would love to see Bell get a big jump here. Hit and run, maybe?
Well, I'd like to see something right over the umpire.
I'm thinking hit and run because that second baseman should be moving and just
I don't-
drive the ball right there.
I don't know if you know this, but we don't steal on 2 outs.
Okay? I did not know that.
I was unaware of that either. I was informed that,
So-
but then it's been proven wrong many, many times.
Well, that's fine. I will
Here's the
subscribe
pitch.
to the theories. Coach
Gonna
Hall
be
is a
up in the
better
zone.
coach than I ever dreamt of being. So 3-0
3
count.
balls, no strikes to the freshman.
Yeah, Mika's taking here all day.
Yeah, I think so. Here's the pitch. Ooh, taking
And-
it in the leg.
By taking, I meant wearing it.
Oh, Jay, you can't wear the shin guards up there, although you might want
might
to after
want
that
to.
pitch.
She's hitting chicks, so
Escobedo's all right. She's fine. She's tough, kid.
She's tough.
Oh, we're going to have a visit out to the mound.
And are we changing?
I think we're going to get a little chalk. little
chalk
rosin.
action? All right. Get some instruction for Kivy here from the Comet Action Team founding member, photographer extraordinaire, Trish Hall.
Coaching photographer. She does it all.
She does do it all.
Here's the pitch. That's going to get on that outside corner. Maybe too much rosin.
That's just outside. That one was caught just over the batter's box.
The wind has died.
Yes, it has.
There's no wind left.
As
Here's the pitch. Down
That's
low.
good.
She's just missing her spots, and I think it's getting to her head. Looking forward to make a mistake here. Maybe not to Kivy, but Travis, are there 2 outs with Jaylene Kivy up to bat?
Another 2 out at bat here. Oh,
Oh,
Kivy.
that's going to get chopped down the line. That's going to be foul.
And you know what? Kivy does herself a favor there because that was a pitch to hit, and she fouls it off. So she's showing the umpire, hey, I'm not here just to try to get a walk. Even though this pitcher is showing some erraticism. Is that a word?
It's not a word.
It is now.
It is not a word.
Erraticism.
So I know that Jay watches the broadcast after. So, kid, hear me. You're rolling your hands just a little bit through the zone. Keep them back. That's up in the zone.
3-1.
3 balls, 1 strike.
I like how she just stands there and like, yeah, catch, you can move.
And you can roll your eyes when you watch that part of the video, Jaylene. I know you will, but listen.
She would never roll her eyes with
At
both
me?
braids
No,
in.
never. 3 balls, 1 strike to Kivy. That one's going to get lifted out there. It's going to be a tough play. The third baseman can't make it. Oh, Comets are safe. Bases loaded for the leadoff hitter, Bryn Cassidy.
I don't know that was a sure out, even fielded cleanly. The shuffle stepped sideways there, and that ball slowed getting to her.
We're going to get a Charlie Howard sighting coming into pinch run for Jaylene.
Let's go, Chuck. Turn them wheels up. Bryn Cassidy now got an opportunity to do some things. Andy has to mute himself so he can scream at the children. Andy, that's not allowed.
I'm not screaming at the child. I'm pumping
Screaming
her
at
up.
the child. Leave the child alone.
That one's, oh, she just got underneath that one. Keep your weight back just a little bit, and that one's gone. It's going to be fouled way back there.
Is that the beautiful and talented?
Don't
Mandy
you? Nope,
Wolf?
nope.
No, Mandy Wolf.
Nope.
Okay. All right. Sorry, Mandy.
0 of that. No balls, 1 strike. That one's going to get away from her.
Well, I mean, we always show Troy.
Yes, we do.
Better to show Troy's
yes,
better
but
half.
I don't want to die.
So you're saying if I show Mandy, you're gonna die?
We will both die. Here's the pitch.
Mandy would
That
never
one's going to be
kill
low.
me.
All right, so here let's reset what's going on. Green is in her head right now.
Is she?
She's missing her spots. She's not getting any calls. She's missing her pitches.
She's got a chomper at the plate here who's
And
looking.
she has a very eager person. So she's going to go best pitch in the bag right there. That's going to get fouled back out of play. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs for the Cardiac Comets. Don't.
It was just a slight pause on Doc Hall.
All right.
Title sponsor.
We got to win this one here, Bryn. Base hit's going to score 2.
Maybe 3, but Chuck.
That one's going to get hit out of play. All right, let's go. Keep fighting. Keep fighting, Bryn. Just need to settle the nerves just a little bit and lock in.
Yeah, and if you're green here, you've thrown 5 strikes in this at bat, and you've only got 2 collected.
That one is ripped hard out to left field, but going to be caught on the run. Great contact from Cassidy.
Yep.
Just missed hitting that ball on the screws.
Too good a contact, honestly, as that one carried all the way to left field. So good hit by the Comets there. Good challenge. Good to see Green get some adversity.
Yeah.
Especially in this heat. That's going to take a toll on you.
They worked it. Just like Cascade has been working Mallory. They got the bases loaded, put some pressure on her, and she came out ahead.
And Mal got some good time in the dugout. Hopefully there's some AC in there.
There isn't.
Well, maybe we should put our AC in there since it's really not doing anything for us.
I'm not moving it. It's heavy.
That's fair. Do you have to put ice in it? Or how does it work?
No, it just sucks in air and makes it cold like an air conditioner.
So if I walk down there and had
just
flatulence
just step right in front of it, Travis.
in front of that,
Don't
tube,
not the
I
flatulence
would give
part.
all of you guys pink eye. Stage 4.
Someone dial 9-1 and wait.
All right.
All right.
Good time for the Common Activity Network sponsors list. Robertson Real Estate, South 6 Trucking, Iowa City Orthodontics, Wheelie Chevrolet, West Liberty Athletic Booster Club, West Liberty State Bank, Feldman Performance Gym, Craig Jones Trucking, West Liberty Golf and Country Club, Active Health, Collins Concrete, Lay's Fitness, Iowa City Tire, and DHG Construction. When you're listening and tuning in, folks, make sure that you're letting those sponsors know you heard them mentioned here and you appreciate all that they do to make this Comet Activity Network what it is. So, honorary sponsor tonight is the one and only Brian Rance.
Cassidy grandparents are checking in from Dubuque.
And Mrs. Rance gets a shout out for allowing us to steal her husband for the night.
And Brad Akers says, we can totally see you.
Oh, gosh. Now I'm self-conscious.
Here's the pitch from Wolf. That one's going to catch that inside corner. That's going to be a strike. No balls, 2 strikes.
Yeah, Mal working quick here. I like this.
Not typically her forte.
I really think that this live chat thing is a good idea. Ed Polito checking
Chocomel.
out Sacramento.
That one's going to get hit down the line to Addie Bell. She makes the easy play over to Escobedo.
Good focus toss to first base there.
One out.
One malfunction earlier this season, and Bell has righted the ship, fielding and tossing clean there. Nice job by the Comets on the infield.
She came up limping just a little bit after the throw.
Well, there are some spots in this infield that it's tough to level out. This infield is what I've been told, and once a hole starts, it's there.
Here's the pitch. That one's way out ahead of that one. That's Josie Monternock. She's a designated player tonight. She's large-statured. She could really put some hurt on that ball.
I think that's appropriate to say.
She's the tallest and biggest one on the team. How do you not say that?
Okay.
She's taller than any player we have.
All right. Well, we're not going to be judgmental on height.
We're not
I have a
judging
daughter
anything.
Who's under 5 foot? So
This isn't about.
You're not going to win this.
1 ball, 1 strike, 1 away. Nobody on. Top of the 4th for the Cougars. That one gets away from Mallory. That's going to be low and inside. Almost hit Monternock in the ankles.
2-0. Yeah, Monternock does not want to take one off the ankle here. She wants to swing. So Mal's going to have to.
She's not going to bring anything up.
Pitch delicately here.
2 balls, 1 strike.
I'd like to see her get something on the outer half and try and make her pull.
There's going to be nothing above the waist here. Nothing. I look for a changeup right here.
3-1 count. You think changeup? I'm going to say fastball inside corner. I don't think we're doing anything but fastball. Trying to find the zone here.
Here's the pitch. That one's going to get hit down the line. Collins backhands it, throws over to Escobedo, 2 away.
Kylie Collins, sponsored by Hoover, the way she sucked that ground ball up and fired it across the infield. 5-3 put out.
Next up in the box, number 13.
What's the new vacuum cleaner that they're door-to-door salesman in? Is it Rainbows?
I don't know,
Rainbow
Travis.
vacuum? Somebody tried to sell me one.
Someone on the live chat tell us
Somebody
what the
tried to sell
vacuum
me
is.
one, and I said no. I said nay.
Ava Lawler up to bat.
I
One's gonna
will
miss
take
low.
my Roomba all day long.
Why are we talking?
Because she's cleaning vacuum.
She's
just
not
cleaning the
cleaning
carpet.
vacuums.
She's cleaning the carpet.
1 ball, no strikes, 2 away.
And it is carpet.
It feels like carpet.
It does.
That one's going to be fouled back.
It does feel like carpet.
Just in off the hands. That breeze could really just pick up anytime. I walked outside this morning and it smelled like corn sweat already. It's June.
Yeah. It's going to get real sticky here in about 3 weeks.
Here's this pitch. That's going to be in there for a called
strike.
No. No, it must have been low because it was right over the plate.
Now, Kibby did catch it with her hand going down, so maybe.
Well, it's not where she catches it. It's where it crosses the plate.
I'm aware.
Here's the pitch. That one's going to be out.
Yeah, that one just broke outside.
All right, so she hasn't really chased anything.
No.
I look for Mallory to, I'm going to say paint the inside corner here.
Yep, 3-1 count. You got to go inside corner with this umpire. The way the zone has been tonight, you have to go inside here. He does not want to see you trying to throw away. He wants to see you coming inside and creating some hot corner action.
Here's the pitch. That one's going to be up in the air. Tough play for Bell. Not able to make it. Unextended glove.
Well, I
Took
think
her eye
she
off it.
saw it in, and it carried a touch further than she was anticipating. And
Is that going to be... I think you have to rule that an error.
I'm waiting on the ruling from the official here. It is going to be.
It's going to be a hit.
Okay. A very Cougar-friendly ruling.
Here's the pitch. That's over to Collins. Backhands. Quick throw over to Escobedo with a great stretch.
Collins.
3 away.
Roomba, rainbow, whatever.
I don't... We should ask her.
She's a cleaner.
We don't. You got to ask her, what do you want us to call you?
What are her preferred?
Shark. Shark is a vacuum.
Shark is a vacuum. Kylie Shark Collins. I'm down with that.
Kylie the Shark Collins.
By the way, I'm going to again refer to this as you don't get to pick your own nickname. Andy Old Smoky Miller.
That's not for
Terrible.
That is not for public
Terrible.
consumption, Travis.
Terrible.
These are private. This is pillow talk, and you're out here talking about it in
Terrible.
public.
Terrible. Shit.
Yeah. Tonight and all season
I'm
long,
good with it. I just
West Liberty Softball is sponsored by Iowa City Orthodontics. At Iowa City Orthodontics, our goal is to provide the highest quality treatment orthodontics has to offer, while truly keeping the patient's needs and desires in mind. We realize that every person is different, and we'll do our very best to tailor what you want to each person's needs. Contact our Iowa City office at 319-338-7931 or Muscatine office 563-263-1000. I am trying to read here, Travis.
the orthodontist giving kids candy. Now, granted, it's his kid.
Oh, I'm glad you guys couldn't hear that.
Oh,
that one's lifted all the way. That's going to be out of play.
It's foul.
That was going to be a tough play.
Out of play. Over to the fence.
Sully Hall hit that one hard.
Yeah, it kind of, the wind was blowing a touch and helping it get foul.
No balls, 1 strike. That one's going
to
miss on that outside corner.
He does not like outside pitches.
I don't think he likes the delivery of her pitch when she does that.
Okay, all right.
See how it's kind of glancing off the leg and spinning sideways?
I just want to sit here and watch that view because that view's nice.
Here's the pitch. That one's going to be inside, but Sully pops it up to first base. It's going to be 1 away here in the 4th for the Comets. Next up, senior Pearson Hall.
Is this a good time to ask Rance about a little clicker for zooming in and zooming out?
Well, you have to zoom in when Pearson hits the ball 300 feet. So that one's going to miss upstairs. I think they're going to throw to her. Let's go, Pearson.
Well, I mean, the bases are empty. You have to throw to her here.
You don't really have to throw to her ever.
Solo shots aren't going to end the game.
Here's the pitch. That one's hit hard, lifted out to left field. That one is going to hit the fence. That's going to put Pearson on second. No, she's not stopping, folks. Going to third, head first slide. She's in there safe with a triple.
Yeah.
That, ladies and gentlemen, is outstanding.
Mom was telling her to stay at 2. Pearson's like, nah, Mom, I got this.
They're going to talk about that at home.
I'm reading the she did
reading
not
the tea leaves.
Clean. Tea leaves said it's green. We're going.
Here comes third baseman Kylie Collins.
All right, Shark. Let's see how that rolls.
I like it. Here's the pitch. That one's hit. That's going to be in there for a base hit. That's going to score Hall. Collins is rounding, looking, and she's going to be safely on first. Nice hit for the Shark.
The Shark doing it again. I like a Shark might stick.
I think I like it.
Do we need to get permission?
I think we need to get approval.
Yeah.
Jared, if you're listening, let us know.
Blase Dojo, the Shark is on first if that works.
This is Mallory Wolf. That one's going to be hit out of play, just dropping our shoulders right there.
Mal, I just want to call her the Maligator because she's like.
But she's a wolf.
Well, have you ever seen a Malinois?
I don't
That's
believe.
a dog.
Okay.
They are
Here's
ferocious,
the pitch.
which is like a wolf. It's a cousin to the wolf.
That's funny because Mallory's a cousin to my kids.
That are not wolves.
They are wolves.
No.
I mean, they're
They're Millers.
They're part Wolves.
Part Wolf.
And Kylie Collins, Brian Rance letting us know that the Shark is now on second base.
She's lurking out there.
Here's
She
the
smelled
pitch.
blood in the water.
That one's going to be hit in off the hands. That's going to be in foul territory, but caught by third base from Cascade.
Two.
All right.
That's going to bring up Addie Bell. 2 away here in the fourth. Comets got 1 on the board. Collins on second base.
Like to see Bell. So they've thrown her down and out. Like to see her go down and get one and push it to the right.
That one's going to be hit. Oh, but snagged out of the air by Shuckamel. Great catch.
Hey, good swing by Bell. She
Yeah.
was looking for a pitch. She got one she liked and put a good charge in it.
I like the first pitch swing.
Yeah.
But Shuckamel just snagged that thing out of there. Great reaction by the third baseman from Cascade.
Shocking how she.
Shuckamel? Shocking? Shockers? Wheat shockers? The shocker?
No.
Can't do it.
No.
What are you looking for?
Let's talk about our sponsors.
Speaking of Blase Dojo,
So, yeah, speaking of Blase Dojo,
home of the Shark.
yes, Blaze Fitness, Collins Concrete, home of the Shark, Kylie Collins. Also want to mention West Liberty Golf and Country Club. Hopefully, Men's League tonight is enjoying the broadcast after their festivities. West Liberty State Bank, West Liberty Athletic Booster Club, Wheelie Chevrolet, Iowa City Orthodontist, our title sponsor for all things girls, whether it's girls basketball, softball. I think he did golf too. Well, I didn't get to broadcast golf this year. South Six Trucking, Robertson Real Estate. Brad tuned in tonight already. Also, Active Health, Iowa City Tire, and DHG Construction. So contact any of your local sponsors and make sure that you let them know that you appreciate what they do to bring this. Andy, I don't appreciate how sweaty I am right now.
Well, I appreciate the fact that you're
And
here.
I also don't appreciate you bullying me into coming to this.
Do you know what else I appreciate? Wanda and Leo are watching from Larchwood.
Nice.
Here's the pitch. That one's hit. That one's going to be over Bell's head.
Yeah,
That one's going to get all the way to the fence. Doffelt, trouble picking it up. Gets it into Bell.
Stops at third or second.
Second base. Second base is the one in the middle, Travis.
Yeah. I thought she was going to round and go, but
That's going to be a leadoff hit
that's a
for
double.
the Cougars. And that brings up
They're talking about pinch running here. They are going to pinch run.
the top of the lineup.
So number
Ella
20
Nauman.
steps in.
Pitch running at second base, number 20, Melanie Green.
Melanie Green.
Batting for Cascade, number 6, Ella Nauman.
Back to the top of the lineup.
Nom.
Comets lead 3-1 in the top of the fifth.
Yeah, need to get an out here. I would highly prioritize inside pitches. I want to see the Shark get some more action over here on the left side, and I want to keep that runner at second for at least one out.
Here's the pitch. It's going to be down in
Oh,
the
I
zone.
liked it. I liked it.
Big lead over there by Green.
The pinch runner is daring Jaylene Kivy to try the back pick.
I don't think she's going to do that.
Well, unless this youngster really posed a threat.
Here's the pitch to Nauman. That's going to get that
Yeah.
inside corner. That's going to be a called strike all day. 1 ball, 1 strike. Mallory settling in nicely, I think. Gets her
Yeah,
signal.
Come back here.
Rocks, fires. That one's going to get hit right up to Pearson. She chases the runner back to second, fires over to Escobedo for the out. Runner stays put.
That's what I'm talking about. Keep that ball inside here. Force the action to the left side to hold that runner at second. That's just good pitching right there.
Emma Frake up to bat.
It's called pitching to your defense, Andy. I just made that up.
Pitching
I
to your defense.
invented that, yeah.
You invented
I
pitching
invented
to your
that just
defense.
right now.
Really? I'm pretty sure John McGraw made that up, but that's okay.
I don't know who John McGraw is.
Here's the pitch.
Is
That's
he
going
related
to catch.
to the McGraw
That's gonna be a
Dr.
strike.
Phil?
No. John
Dr.
McGraw was
Phil McGraw? No?
coach for the. This is very difficult for me sometimes, folks.
0-1 count.
No balls, 1 strike, 1 away. Here's the pitch. That one's a swing and a miss.
Bugs
Kivi's
Bunny.
like, come on. Come on.
Yeah, you want to play games?
Come
We
on.
can play games.
FAFO, that's what
Yeah,
Kivy says.
Alien's got games.
Fool around and find out.
The Jaybird.
So we got a bird, we got a wolf, we got a shark.
Ooh, a shark. We got a Pearson power.
Here's the pitch.
Da-da-da.
That's going to be definitely a pitch out.
And they're
She heard that one. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 away. Mallory settling in. Gets her pitch. Rocks, fires.
Mika's
That one's going to be
creeping.
pushed out of bounds.
Wow.
Escobedo needs to
Yeah, she's-
not creep.
She's creeping over here on the right side, which I don't think a bunt here is in the cards, but
I've seen this girl swing. I don't think she's bunting.
yeah, she seems
And
like
she's
she's
got
going to
2
get her
strikes
money's
now,
worth.
so you're not bunting now. Here's the pitch.
Creeping again.
That one's going to
Oh.
get fouled out of play. That was-
Oh.
She lunged at that.
Oh! She's like, why would I wait for it when I can jump out here and swing at it before it gets anywhere near me?
I'm going to hit that one 3 feet in front of the plate.
Yeah, take all the break out of it.
Speaking of, how'd you golf?
We're not going to talk about it.
Okay, that good.
That good. 46.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Here we go. That one's going to be off the end of the bat to Collins. The Shark makes the play over to Escobedo. 2 away.
Out number 2.
But with 2 outs, runner on third, less dangerous than the runner advancing.
Addison Frake up to bat now
Number 12. Addison Free.
with the runner 60 feet away. 2 outs.
Got a Frank Thomas stance here. The bat just hanging there. There we go.
Here's the pitch. That's going to be in there for a called ball. Called ball.
Called ball. Yep.
Called ball. He likes that spot, but apparently not
Well,
that time.
that one just didn't quite meet the criteria. The sun is not going down as fast
No.
as it could.
No, it's just hanging there in the haze.
Speaking of the haze, as Mallory waves off the bugs that are telling her sweet nothings in her ear.
Here's the pitch. That one's going to be hit to Bell. She fields it cleanly. Throws over to Escobedo in time. 3 outs, no damage. Comets hold on yet again.
Nice.
Through excellent pitching from Mallory Wolf.
Yes, and some great defense there. The one excellent leadoff hit, the double over the leaping second baseman Bell, but no harm, no foul.
No, good inning by the Comet defense.
3-1 here on 8 hits to 4 hits for the Cougars.
Looks like Green's going to go back to the mound.
I believe we're going to lead off with Kylie Kicker Dalfelt. Is that correct?
Daufelt, Escobedo, Kivy.
Dalfelt, Escobedo, Kivy.
Someone-
Sounds like runs. to
Someone
me.
once said that to me, and I wanted to punch him in the face. We don't use that term. Sounds like hits. Sounds like a bunch of runs. I wanted to punch that guy in the face.
Why is that?
We'll talk about it later.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, if you're feeling froggy, leap.
No, it wasn't towards you.
I'm just saying, if you're feeling froggy, leap. Ribbit.
Rance, do you have the screen that if it needs to go off broadcast, it's just like the beep and the color wheel in the background just in case
Yeah,
this
we need
has
to get
to
some
cut the feed?
Batman. The pow.
Now batting for the Comets, it's number 9.
Crash.
Red hot.
Boom.
Kylie Daufelt takes the first pitch on the outside.
That
Ball
was
one.
Up a touch. Up a touch. I do like the heat coming in, though, because Kylie likes to turn that heat around and use it against her.
She will.
Yeah, bring all the power.
Here's the pitch. That one's going to
Whoa.
be up in the zone as well.
Kick. Being
And
a little.
Green
being a
is
little selective.
not happy with herself. Body language control is not her strong suit right now. But I get it. It's hot. She's not getting the calls. She's been out there all night. Here's the pitch. That one's also going to be upstairs. 3 balls, no strikes. I think he got the take sign all the way.
This is
Well,
one
maybe
hitter.
not Doffel.
This is one hitter. I'm saying, yeah, you get one, you just don't miss it.
That's going to
She
be in
does
there for a
take it.
strike.
Yep. Trish is like, good call, good job. Take it. Kicker's like, I could have rearranged that ball over the left field wall.
Here's the 3-1 pitch
that
from
one
Green.
again.
That one's going to draw the walk to Doffelt. Doffelt's on with a leadout walk in the bottom of the 5th.
And what I like most about Doffelt getting on with a walk here is, kid's got wheels.
She does have wheels.
She's in scoring position,
And she's a
right now.
very heads-up base runner.
And aggressive.
Escobedo up.
Some say she's BE aggressive.
Squares up to bunt. Lays down a great bunt for Escobedo. That's going to be one out at second. Doffelt's trying for third. She's going to beat the throw.
Oh, she thought about
She got
going
under
home.
the tag and beat the throw. Great way to move Doffelt. As you said earlier, smart, aggressive base runner. Escobedo lays down a great bunt, puts Doffelt from first on third. 60 feet away.
BE aggressive.
That is what she was.
Yes. I'm the cheerleader now.
Folks, we have cheerleaders for softball. Not that they don't do their own cheers, but
They
Travis,
just can't say ball.
they just can't say ball. Here's the pitch. Kibbe hits that one. That's going to get down for a base hit.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
going to score Doffelt easy. Kibbe's going to be into second with a stand-up
Wow.
double. Excellent job, Jaylene. Way to keep your hands back, kid.
Yeah, she'll be happy with that one. Well job depositing that ball into shallow left field.
She's going to get a pinch runner, but Charlie Howard,
She kept that about 6 inches in,
courtesy runner.
skirted the foul line.
Leadoff hitter Bryn Cassidy up to bat. Had a hard hit ball to left field. Just happened to be right at the left fielder's glove.
I like Cassidy to trade places with Howard here.
I think something's going to right. Here we go. That one's way pulled down the left field
it's
line.
not. That ball just about got Todd Morrison as he has to accelerate. Todd with the afterburners out there.
Don't hurt yourself, Todd. Here's the pitch. That's going to be low.
Low.
Charlie Howard with a decent lead back out there on second base.
Charlie just kind of nonchalantly, am I going to run? I might just.
Oh, am I here?
Well,
I didn't know I was
walk.
here.
Oh,
Did you
do
see
want
me?
me to go back from second base?
Here's the pitch. That's going to be low. Chuck just
Chuck's
standing.
toying with her.
She is. Smiling at her.
Toying with the emotions of the catcher who really wants to try a back pick.
2 balls, 1 strike, 1 away here in the bottom of the 5th. 1 run in for your Comets.
Little gamesmanship.
Here's the
from
pitch.
Howard.
That one's going to get chopped back to the pitcher. Easy play over to first base. Howard's going to make it over to third. That's going to bring up Sully Hall with 2 outs and a runner on third.
All right, Sulinator, known to get a bunt down here. Also known to elevate the pitch.
I don't think you're going to necessarily wouldn't put it past her.
I don't mind a push bunt.
Wouldn't put it past
Going
her.
for a hit. As firecracker fast as this young lady is.
So she laid down a bunt earlier that no one was covering first base.
This is
So I think they probably learned their lesson from that, but
Did they, though?
I look for her to try to slap something here.
Did they learn their lesson? I like the ball
Here's the
in
pitch.
play.
That's going to be upstairs. Oh, going to get rung up for the strike.
All right, she's 5'2",
That works.
according to basketball stats. 5'2".
With
That
with
might
with her
have
shoes
been
on.
With
That one's going to be on that outside corner. Doesn't get the call.
Charlie is
1 ball, 1 strike.
Still just kind of
1 ball, 1 strike, 2 away. Charlie Howard on third base. Sully Hall up to bat. Here's the pitch. That one's going to get fouled back just off the very tip of the bat.
big hearty cut there.
Comets have played pretty well tonight defensively and gotten some very timely hits. Right now would be a good time for another one.
Yeah, 3-run lead I like, but I'd like it to be 4. Little cat and mouse game still happening over here at third base.
Oh, she's definitely aware of Charlie's presence.
I would not mind seeing a a bunt that way.
Here's the pitch. That's going to be upstairs. That's going to draw a full count.
Especially considering
So-
the third baseman is moving back towards the
But you
bag
also have
as the pitch is happening.
Charlie is now in the pitcher's head as well as the catcher because the catcher will not take her eyes off of Charlie.
Yeah.
Gamesmanship
Yeah.
right there by Chuck. Here's the pitch. That one's going to be low for ball 4. Going to draw the walk. Sully's probably going to just truck on down to second base. Nobody's paying attention.
Wow.
Runners in scoring position. They're all looking at each other like, can
wait,
you do that?
Why is she? How did she?
But here's the
Wait
thing.
a minute.
If you try to make that play on Sully,
Wait
Charlie's
a
gone.
minute.
that's going to bring up senior Pearson Hall.
Does that count as a steal?
I don't know how that's officially counted. Mr. Official,
Norm, is that a steal?
it's not a steal. We have confirmation.
I'm calling it a steal. It's a coach's steal.
Pearson Hall.
Like Caitlin Clark's.
Bird on the field. We got timeout for the Bird. So Jaylene is in the dugout, but that's a different Bird. Pearson's up. She gets a signal from Sully. That's going to be an outside pitch. That one's hit hard down to second base. It's going to be the third out.
For out number 3.
Stranding 2 Comets on.
It's 4-1 coming up for the Cougars. Green.
Well,
We got one. I'm
Yep,
happy with getting
yep,
one
yep.
there. That's
yeah. You just keep
Better than
tagging,
none.
Just keep tacking on. Just keep tacking on. Don't stop scoring.
and don't give up a big inning.
No.
Just let your defense work. Keep doing
And
what
again,
you're doing.
Green is working very hard every inning.
Yes, she is.
The Comets defense has done a nice job.
I tell you what, she is a very talented pitcher.
yes.
She's
yes.
got a lot of intestinal fortitude.
Where are you going there, fella?
It's been a long day. If you had to work with Travis as much as I do, you'd have long
Has
days
been
too.
a day. I am not going to deny that. One of us got to leave in the morning to go golfing. The other one had to stay and work all day.
But he got to leave early.
Oh, he got to leave early and
was
then get in trouble for
He
leaving
was
early.
told to leave early.
Whoa!
Told to leave early.
Mal sending a message to the pitcher or the opposing coach. She's like, my bad. I wasn't trying to throw wild there, but I did. As Cassidy stops to provide some support to Mal.
Good
on her way
throw
out
by
there.
Kivy down there.
Yeah, I'm going to call her the Maligator.
The Maligator.
The Maligator. That's what
Okay.
we called all the Malinois because
Okay.
they're part Malinois, part
Okay.
Velociraptor.
All right. I can get behind the Maligator.
So she's the Maligator.
Maligator.
Malator.
Maligator. I like Maligator.
A
Maligator.
gator, a bird, and a
And
shark.
shark.
And a Pearson power.
Pearson
Da-da-da.
power. And we got a unicorn. Toby calls Sully the unicorn.
Sully's a unicorn.
So now we have mythical creatures entering the fray.
We just need an elf and a Santa Claus. I can be Santa Claus. I got
Here's
the
the
suit.
pitch. That one's going to get hit hard. Pearson cleans it up, throws it over to Escobedo in time for the play.
Fielded by Escobedo.
Great
there.
stretch by the freshman Escobedo.
You know, not every day you get to mention this, but speaking of the bird, she is all the way down there as she races down to back up that throw, as any good catcher would. But
Yeah, that's a
the kind
staple.
of thing that happens that gets overlooked, and that's the level of effort we're used to seeing from this.
Monarch, Shockmel up. He's got a lot of pop in the bat, so a
Is she
little
gonna get- is she gonna
little
get four
conference out
frees?
of the man.
I don't feel like they're going to give her 4 free ones.
For the Cougars, number 15, Ashley.
Jay's still looking at the dugout, seeing what's going on. Noticing there's a pretty wide gap up the middle.
Well, Bell's shaded a little bit more to the middle, but
Pearson's definitely playing on that left
yeah,
side
Pearson is
because they're jumping out early. I
Yeah.
get it.
well, and I like the idea of Bell being more up the middle. You want to shade that way a little bit because the chances of her pushing one to the corner between the right side here is not great. So
Here's the pitch.
right down Broadway. I think it caught her off guard.
It's 2 of those right in a row. One
That's-
ball, one strike.
That's the best
One
pitch
away?
you're going to get to hit right there.
So I was talking to Adam this week, and a couple things. we need to discuss. Here's the pitch. That one's fouled back. Going to be 1 ball, 2 strikes.
I love the view with the 3 posters in play.
Yeah, I like that
and
a
the
lot.
1K. The Ks could be, we could use more of those.
We would use more of those. So we've got an update. We got a date for the Comet Open.
Is it August 16th?
August 16th is the Comet Open.
Yes.
So we just got to put that out there. It's official. Here's the pitch.
some
That
big
one's hit.
changes
That's going to
coming to
be out of play. What's that?
Some big changes coming in the Comet Open, I understand.
Yeah, there could be some significant changes coming to the Comet Open. So
Still going to be the Comet Open.
still the Comet Open. But
And it will still be the ghosts of Comet Open past and
no,
past champions.
no. It's the evolution of the Comet Open.
Well, I'm a ghost of a past champion, and I intend to be
You know what?
a new champion
I was
again.
a champion last year, so that
Negative.
one's going to be fouled back.
Negative.
I have the trophies in my garage to prove it.
You lost on card back, and we gave you 2 so you'd quit crying.
That is not how that
That is
happened.
exactly how it went. I will call James Laughlin right now because Paige was worried that if we didn't give you the trophy, we would have to call in the suicide watch because you were
That's untrue.
in your feels.
That was untrue.
Speaking of which, I need to get a team rounded up to play against my team
Against
because
your
the
team?
Pages are coming
Oh,
back.
are they coming back for the Comet Open?
They are making the trip back from Altoona.
Are they having their own team?
No, Paige is on my team.
Oh.
Paige, Burke, me, and
I wonder who played
Mike
against you.
Gilmore.
Who played against you last year?
wasn't it your team?
It
and
was
we
my team.
beat you?
You did not beat me.
We did.
Here's the pitch. Hit
One
over to
card back.
Collins. Shark throws it. Escobedo can't
Oh.
quite hang on to that one. That one's can't give up extra outs. We have
Yeah.
this conversation all the time.
We did.
No extra outs. And that's going to bring up Monarch.
Yeah, that one difficulty wasn't as same as it was on the earlier digs, but you've got to keep that focus at the highest level at all times. And Escobedo
Michaela Parr is going to come in.
definitely mad at herself right now, and she'll make it up here.
Michaela Parr is going to come in to pinch run for Shakamo.
She looks like she could speed around the bags
She looks
here.
quick.
So maybe a chance for Kivy to show off that cannon.
Well, we got to be ready for it. The
Is
last
the bird flying loose?
The last 2 times we weren't ready.
Is the
No
bird
balls,
flying
no
loose?
strikes. 1 away here in the top of the 6th.
I don't love how far Pearson's playing from second if she's going.
Here's the pitch. That one's off the
Huge.
end of the bat. That's going to be over to Pearson for 1 and almost gets the second at first. Great dig by Escobedo. Great comeback from missing an easier one from Collins across the
Yes.
field. That was a tough play. Great job.
Yep. The focus was there on that one. Like I said, Escobedo not going to let one mistake define her tonight.
No,
She
absolutely not. But that's
bounced
something you
right
can
back.
be concerned with a younger player, and that is maturity right there from the freshman. Here's the pitch.
Yeah, this young lady doesn't strike fear in me for stealing like the last young lady did.
No, I don't think the stolen base record is going to be in jeopardy with her on.
She could have gazelle legs, though. We don't know.
Ava
Guarantee she's
Lawler
faster than
up
me.
to bat. Here's the pitch. That's going to be up in the zone.
Upstairs. I do like seeing the right fielder, Kylie Dahlfeld, is paying attention to the back pick look as she recognizes Bird is thinking about doing something silly here.
Well, they got signals. We get the signal from the coach. Sets, fires. That one's going to be another pitch out.
Now it's 3-0. Now there's no way you're going here.
So Lawler, Simon, Noonan are
Gotta
the bottom of the lineup.
Got to come back inside here. Inside or even over the plate. 3-0.
That one's going to get hit
Not
out
taking.
to right field. Kylie trots over, makes the play after a few steps. 3 away, no harm done. Once again, great defensive inning by the Comets. Save 1 mistake, but again, didn't cost you any runs. All right, Comets take a 4-1 lead into the bottom of the 6th. Time to get some insurance runs.
Speaking of insurance, We don't have an insurance company on here.
There's no insurance company on there?
I'm shocked and appalled.
We got to work on that.
Greg Martin's going to hear from me. He's going to hear from my representation. Robertson Real Estate, South 6 Trucking, Iowa City Orthodontics, Wheelie Chevrolet, West Liberty Athletic Booster Club, West Liberty State Bank, Feldman Performance Gym, Craig Jones Trucking, West Liberty Golf and Country Club, Active Health, Collins Concrete, Blaze Fitness, Iowa City Tire, and DHG Construction. Those are your Comet Activity Network sponsors. And tonight's Comet Action Team, consisting of the one and only, the man behind the computer with all the fancy buttons, Brian Rance, is the head of the Comet Action Team.
Well, we also got
and yes,
the young lady in center field.
Give me her name again.
Hermena? Jimena. We got to write that down.
Yeah, I'm going to need a spelling and maybe
phonetics. Here is the Shark. Takes the first pitch on the outside. Sorry, Travis. You were taking up a lot of space.
Yeah, I do that.
It's actually it's getting. I can feel the cold air.
Oh,
now.
can you?
Yeah,
now that the sun's going down?
Yeah, it feels better. Here's the pitch. Kylie rips that one up the middle. That's going to be a tough play for shortstop. She's going to be safe on first base.
Good
Great
job by the center fielder getting it back in to keep Collins at first, as she was thinking about more than first.
So that center fielder was on her horse. It was a great explosion out of the blocks to get to that ball, so it didn't cause any extra damage.
All right, the Maligator.
Maligator up
in here
with the Shark on first.
I like
Here's
this.
the pitch
These
upstairs.
nicknames are going to be fun.
They are.
I hope the girls like them.
I hope they do too, but it's not going to go away.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to use it. So unless one of them asks me nicely not to.
Or not so nicely. Here's the pitch. That one's going to be upstairs. Mallory lunges for that one. She knows not what she wanted.
Would that make Mandy Mama Maligator?
We're not going to talk about Mandy on the air. We're going to draw a lot of heat. Here's the pitch. Mallory rips that one, but again, right to the left fielder who says, "Look what I found." Forces Collins back to first base.
Yeah, that ball was ripped.
She almost dropped that thing.
Yeah, it got on her in a hurry.
Brings up number 22, Addie Bell.
Addie Bell, senior up to bat.
I still think that Bell, they're going to pitch her outside. I'd like to see her put her head down and push one to the right side hard. I think that first baseman is vulnerable to something hard right over her head.
Well, I agree. I think you get one just tailing away over her head. That spells trouble. That's going to score Collins.
Bell with good back control here. Oh, that's inside.
Collins head first slide into second base. Ball hits her.
The ball caught her, but no one was controlling it, so she's safe.
Safe on second base. Got a little adjustment to the helmet. She might be all right. She might be a little dizzy, but should be fine.
She's going to do some shark things here in a second.
Is it Shark Week? Ooh.
It could be.
Could be Shark Week.
Time called by Bell here.
Addie Bell heard that. She liked it. She had to step out of the box.
Yep. Shark Week comment.
Yep. 2 balls, no strikes. Here's the pitch to Bell. That's going to be right there where Travis said.
You know, and
she needs to be watching.
Honestly,
that's right over the plate.
Collins stealing is the reason that pitch was called a ball, because it was a strike. But the catcher had to jump up and block the umpire's view and got a ball call there. That's one of the benefits that happens when you force the catcher to field their position. It obstructs the umpire's vision.
That's
and they
draw
sometimes
a walk to
can
Bell?
forget, oh, yeah, I have to watch if that was a strike or not. Those silly Blues.
I can't have 4 eyes.
Tricks are for kids. All right, Love kicker up here with 2 on.
Dinger Doffelt.
1 out.
Here's the pitch. She's just going to let that one float over the plate.
We could call her Kangaroo. She's kicking her way out of here.
No. We got to figure.
If her ball bounces out of here.
No, we got to.
All right. I can't
come up with something.
You can't force it. It's got to come natural.
Here's the pitch. That one's going to be lifted back out of play. Foul.
Harmlessly.
Green is working hard out there. You have a shoulder brace on?
Yeah, I'm trying to see if it helps the old.
I wouldn't have it on in the sauna. Here's the pitch.
Sauna.
That one's going to get hit. That's going to be down there for a base hit,
That's
at
getting
least
to the
one.
wall.
That's going to score Collins. Bell's going to round third. She's going to be held up there. Double for Doffelt.
2 bagger, 1 ribby. And it brings up Escobedo, who's got a great opportunity here to drive in some more runs.
At least 2 RBIs for
And
Doffelt.
If only we had an insurance company to plug.
Well, I think that's going to spell green for the evening. She pitched a heck of a ball game. That was impressive. Tough night. Hot conditions. Great
Doffelt
job.
tagging on the insurance run here.
Do any Doffelts own insurance companies? How about the Hausers? Any insurance companies in the family? There's your opportunity for a
Hey,
sponsor.
I'm just saying.
Donnie, who's your insurance company? Get them on the
Yeah,
on
let's
the horn.
go. Let's get Donnie on the horn. I don't know his phone number, but I know Brian and Brad's.
It's
and
pretty
Brent's.
it's pretty close
So
to
it's gonna
Brian,
be
Brad's,
close.
and Brent.
So I can take a chance, and
You can just
it might
sit there.
take me 4 calls, but I'll get it.
You will get there.
I'll get the Donnie on the horn.
Just have a quick talk.
As granddaughter Kylie is bouncing around the bases. Another big shot tonight.
So let's reset. We've got a new pitcher coming in. Monarch is going to take over. Just throwing some warm-up pitches. Has some power. It's going to be a different view for the girls. Escobedo up to bat. Doffelt on second. Bell on third. 1 away here in the bottom of the 6th. The Comets have plated 1 already.
Yeah, I think if you're Escobedo, you step in here with some patience and you see where she comes first pitch. She showed some speed, but a little bit erratic in those warm-up pitches. So it's hot.
Here's the pitch. That's
Wow, that
going
is
to be very,
right down
very
Broadway.
hittable. Very, very hittable. Taking all the way, though, was Escobedo.
Yep, and I'm fine with taking the first pitch from a new pitcher, especially when she was a little bit erratic in the warm-ups.
Michaela is back on the back of a box. We got a timeout. What did? Oh, she didn't present the ball?
Did not.
She did not present the ball. So she has to have the ball out of her glove, then step on the rubber, then put the ball in her glove, then she can bitch.
Bow.
2 balls, 1 strike.
So
to
the
Escobedo.
Comets getting the beneficiary of the balk there.
Well, it's an illegal pitch.
Okay.
Here's the pitch for Monarch. That one's going to be up in the zone. Good pitch. Kind of floated up there.
It did. It did. I'm looking at her grip there. She had a full hand, so that's going to be the changeup. As it was full hand and it was knuckle first, so that ball just floated out of her.
She's did it again.
Now it's 3-2 count. So she has essentially given herself 2 pitches.
That shows you just a little bit of a lack of experience there on her part.
Yep.
That's going to be strike 3 on the
Hung her
outside
up
corner.
on the outside corner with the changeup again. And
Number 2.
I think
she's
that's
got-
just her pitching grip.
you're saying she pitches backhand?
It's not all backhand. It's just full hand on the ball.
It's watch how she
Okay.
displays here. It's changeup. That one's forward, so that's the fastball. The thumb came out first.
But the whole hand is on the ball.
I understand that, but her hand, she's leading with those knuckles. It's more obvious to me with her pitching. For whatever reason, I'm picking it up a lot better. So hopefully the hitters are as well.
Here's the pitch to Kivy. That's going to be outside. 2
up.
balls, no strikes. 2 away here for the Cardiac Comets in the bottom of the 6th.
Time for the bird to get loose.
She had a great hit in her last at bat. Keep that up, kid. That one's going to be up. Stairs in the zone.
I heard the word.
Not
and the
quite
word
sure
is
what-
the bird.
Addie Bell was doing over there on third base.
I think she's trying to play the clown where she's like confused and lost
It's
and
working.
trying to get the attention of the catcher.
Here's the pitch for Monarch. That one's going to be also
Strike.
upstairs, but
Nope,
called a strike.
That was a strike. That's been a strike all night. 3-0
3
count.
balls.
You're
3
taking that
balls,
anyway.
1 strike to Kivy.
Kivy wants a pitch to hit anyway.
Yeah, she's
I
a
tell
hitter.
you what, I like that left center field gap right now.
Swing and a
big
miss.
cut. Big cut.
Full count to Kivy.
Wee-hoo.
What? Who are you whistling at? Kivy steps in. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 away here in the 6th for the Comets. That one's going to be swing, strike 3 to Kivy.
The one and only Mark Becker coming in here telling me that sounds like a flip change. You would see the back of the hand when released. Thank you, Mark. See, Mark knows that I'm recognizing the flip change.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, big announcement. We have a new
raise for Travis Neal.
website for the Comet Open.
So I don't get a raise?
That will go live Friday. It's comet-open.com. Comet-open.com. Should be live Friday. That will be interesting.
I'm excited.
I'm very excited.
One more quick announcement from the West Liberty Golf and Country Club. Jack Baker, welcome to the Hole-in-One Club, Mr. Baker. Hole-in-one on number 2 tonight. So, congrats, young man. Big stuff.
That's 2 out of the last. Well, that's the last 2 league nights. There's been a hole.
League nights.
Because
And
we missed last
night
week.
is an expensive night to have a hole-in-one.
There was one 3 weeks ago, and we didn't have a league last week because of the rain. And then tonight. Impressive. None of them me. So I'm fortunate that I can save my pennies.
Number 9, Kennedy Simon.
You need to give those pennies to me in the form of a raise.
Is that
I got a text message today saying that I should be put in for Employee of the Month, which is raisable offense.
it's a raisable offense? Well, the
Yes.
month's almost over, Travis, so you got a lot of work to do to dig out of that hole. So
Negative.
top of the 7th here.
The Employee of the Month.
Swing
yeah.
by Simon. She swung out of her shoes on that one.
Good pitch there on the inside corner by Wolf.
I'm going to reserve what I was just going to say for this pitch, but Mallory sets, delivers.
Yeah, a little change up down there, or a little
Tried to get her to
drop ball.
chase.
Well, she got her so sped up on that fastball
Oh,
on
yeah.
the first pitch. I mean, it's the perfect time to come back with that little drop ball. And
Here's the pitch. That one's going to get hit. That's going to make it out to left field. That's going to be in there for a base hit. Cassidy throws it in to Mallory, overthrows the cutoff.
the leadoff single here. Comets going to have to limit the damage. They got 4 insurance runs out here.
Jada Noonan up to bat.
But knowing Mal, she's welcoming the pressure here. I still say you just let this young lady hit it and try to get it.
Just try to make a play.
Do it.
Here's your pitch.
Turn 2 here.
A little bit late on that one. Fouls it away. Travis, what if I'm the employee of the month every month? Does that mean that I get a raise? How about I just get a paycheck? Can I just get a paycheck?
Poor me, poor me.
Mallory sets in. No balls, 1 strike.
I'm the one here on a fixed income. I need a raise.
Fixed income.
Yeah.
Okay. Here's the pitch. That's going to be hit over to Pearson. She's going to throw over to second for 1. Addie's not going to be able to make the turn. Had time, just couldn't get it around the runner.
I like the smart move there by Bell. Just eat that. There was not the fluency of that was not going to work, and it just save it. Don't send it.
Next up in the box is number 6, Ella Nauman.
Well, discretion is the better part of valor.
Nauman's
sometimes.
up to bat.
I don't want her taking steps backwards trying to throw across her body.
Here's the pitch. That one's going to be on that inside corner, but not
Down.
get the call. Oh, we got time.
Did she think she got hit again? Oh, no, pinch runner. Now, here's the thing. If you're the Cougars, you've got to be trying to steal some bags.
20.
Although
That
20
is
doesn't.
Melanie Green. Doesn't take
She
I'll
didn't
take
run
her
out.
for a sprinter.
She did not run out there like she's going to be scorching the pass, but maybe she's a wolf in sheep's clothing.
Cheetah? I don't know.
Grand National.
Ooh, Grand National. Here's the pitch to Nauman.
We would go Cars.
We would go
couple,
Cars.
couple of guys.
There,
Oh!
that's hit up the middle. That's going to be a tough play for anybody. Sully off of her chest, keeps it in front of her, keeps the runners at first and second.
Yeah, and Green slid there in second base, and the coach is jumping up and down on third base. She wanted her to turn and go all the way. Coach was thinking aggressive, and Green was playing it safe, thinking that if Sully picks that clean,
That's definitely she's got to be a younger player, I would think, just because just not watching her coach, not
and then
picking it up.
stature, size, she's a very slight of frame.
Here's the pitch. That's up. Fouled back.
There are kids here tonight going and getting.
I don't know. They keep hearing about Toby's popsicles, but nobody's.
I'm not sure
nobody's
Toby's
paying
paid
up.
off his
He hasn't paid
popsicle
up.
bill
Nope.
yet. Toby
Mallory
will not
sets in.
confirm nor deny.
No
the
balls, one
popsicle
strike.
Payments.
That's going to be a pitch out, trying to get somebody to go. You
Yep,
kids
Green's-
like popsicles?
Green's not gonna.
She's not going to go.
You can bait her all you want, but she's like, yeah, I'm not quite there yet. Maybe in a couple years, but I'm just.
The legend of Jaylene precedes her.
Well, she's heard the word, and the word is the bird.
There you go. There's a pitch on the outside. Going to miss. 2 balls, 1 strike.
It was outside, but I like that
I
location.
like it too.
And
Yep.
I like,
Try to get her to chase.
I like the idea there.
Frake is
Cougars need a big inning
Frake's
here.
been a good batter, good hitter all night. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 away. Comets lead 5-1. Top of the 7th. Runners on second and first. Here's the pitch. That's going to be inside. Not going to get the call. Cross
So
the
that's
plate.
Ball 4 then.
3 balls, 1 strike.
It was 3-1.
3 balls, 1
Okay.
strike.
All right, we'll take ball 3 again.
Ball 5.
That would be all right too.
Mallory sets in. Let's go, kid. Come on. You got this. Sets, fires. That one's going to be hit right back up the middle. She throws over to third, gets the lead runner. Great heads-up play.
Was that not? I thought that was line driven back to her. That must
Nope.
have on the hop.
It was a 1 bouncer right back to her. Smart play to get over to Collins for the lead runner. Now we still got runners on first and second, but now we have 2 away. And Frake is up to bat.
Number 12, Addison, Frake.
There are 2 Frakes if you're just tuning in. Back-to-back Frakes. Mallory sets for the pitch. That's going to be just outside.
Just a bit outside.
Nobody's moving. If anybody's going to take off, it's Nauman. She's your leadoff hitter. Typically, want to be one of your faster ones. Could be a double steal with the older Frake over there on first.
There's definitely some more seniority on the field here.
Trying to get the computer to wake up here. Mallory gets her signal. 1 ball, no strikes, 2 outs here in the top of the 7th for the Comets.
Oh, is this the lights?
Shh, Travis, this is a light show.
Oh, it's a light show.
We can do the light show from in here.
That's awesome.
Here's the pitch. That's going to be down low.
2-0.
He can actually control all the fields from in here.
Ooh.
Yeah, he was controlling baseball when they did a walk-off win the other night.
Nice. You get it all fired up now. Well, I see
2
lights
balls,
on.
no strikes.
The Maligator checks her glove here.
A little hot out there.
Sure is hot in these rhinos.
Here's the pitch. That one's going to be hit. That's going to get down for a base hit. That's going to score at least 1. Frake is going to stay at second. Sully throws to home. They're going to keep Frake at second. Frake at first.
Yeah, Kivy, nice job to keep
Yes,
that
it
ball
was.
there and to keep that young lady at second because I thought she was going to go, but Kivy was reading it all the way. So
Green, the pitcher, now up to bat. She's had an embattled night at the plate and on the mound. Going to call a quick timeout for the infield. Talk about what we've got here, how to reset the deck. No balls, no strikes to the batter. 2 away. Top of the 7th. Need an out here, Travis.
any out.
Any out will do. Any way you want to get it. We got 1K. Let's end it on a
Any way
K.
you want it.
Let's end it on a
That's
K.
the way you get it. Well, the tying run has stepped in the box, so it is time for the Comets to end this one right now.
Mallory sits in. Drives that back foot. Fires in.
Oh.
Swing and a miss from Green. Way to start out the at-bat.
Lunging forward at that one as she had aspirations of tying the ball game on that swing.
She sure did. She thought she was Pearson Hall.
The wind is gone at this point.
It
so
is. The flag is limp at best. Mallory gets her signal. Here's the pitch. That one's going to get hit over to Collins. She's just got to step on the bag. That's going to do it for the evening. Comets are going to win 5-2 Comets. Here comes the light show from Norm. We're waiting on the light show. There's the light show.
There we go.
Great game by the Comets here tonight. Player of the game, Travis, who you got?
Either Mal or kicker.
Yeah, I think you go either way. Mallory pitched the distance. Great game. Let your defense work.
Yep.
Gave up 7 hits though.
The
Kylie,
Shark had some real nice,
the Shark
real nice
was good.
defensive plays
and a couple good at bats.
Big pokes.
Yeah. So I'm going to say name of the game is the Shark.
Oh yeah.
Kylie's probably player of the game. Just solid, no issues in the field, and great hits all night long.
Yeah. Yep. I don't think you can go wrong with the Kylie connection.
Yeah.
Either one. So.
Well,
that's going to be our bid.
We've got West Branch tomorrow night at West Branch. Then we've got Durant at home. Or excuse me, Durant at Durant on Monday.
Cougars
Durant at home on Tuesday to round out the season. Again, folks, if you're still listening, Tuesday night, forget the YouTube broadcast. Get down here, watch the game. Doesn't matter how far it is. Get down here, pack this place for the seniors. Let's make this a special night for a very special team. For the Comet Activities Network with Brian Rance, I'm Ace.
I'm Gary.
We're out.